Welcome to MechWarrior Online. So this is a free-to-play online game. Well, they say it's free-to-play. When you sign up, they make available 16 different mechs that you can walk around in. We found out you can modify them, but you can't save them. So basically what they want you to do is buy your mechs. And when you buy a mech, then when you get upgrades and stuff, you can change them and save and build up a little fleet. I don't know what you would call it. A little army of mechs that you can choose from. So if you remember back in the 80s, there was something called BattleTech. There was a little miniatures game, and they had an RPG. Of course, TV show, novels, comics, all kinds of things. Well, that's what this is based on. This is from that universe. In BattleTech, they have what they call mechs, which are these things here. And these are called, and the people who drive them are called MechWarriors. So there have been several video games throughout the years, MechWarrior games. They had MechWarrior 3, I think that was the newest one, and that one's several years old. But then they came out with this, MechWarrior Online, and now there's a Kickstarter. I don't know if it's still up or if it funded or what, but they're looking to make a new MechWarrior game, so that's going to be awesome if they do get to do that. So this is only the second time I've been in here, played a little bit yesterday. So right now I'm in the like a tutorial area. Well, I went through the tutorial. This is the training area, and basically, if you see that white arrow, that's where the direction your legs are facing. Now I can look different directions, but if I'm looking this way and I want to move forward, I want to move that way, I'm going to move the direction my legs are pointed. So you got to keep that in mind when you're playing. Now if you're looking a direction, if you hit the F key, your legs will turn to match where you're looking, so you can do that. Lower right, that's your armament. The top grouping is what's on your arms, I believe, and the bottom groupings what's like on your, I guess would be on your shoulders or your head or torso. So right now I've got medium laser and AC-10, which is missiles. Those are on my arms, and if you see the little blue numbers to the left of each one of them, the medium laser, that's bound to weapon 1, which is either the 1 button on the keyboard or your left mouse key. Number 2 is obviously number 2 on your keyboard or the right mouse button. You can bind these wherever you want. These are the defaults. Then when you go to the surface, the short-range missiles, bound to number 3, press that. That's the short-range missiles. And let's find it. Is there a car or something we can blow up? No. Then number 4 is another medium laser. You got 2 medium lasers. Now what you can do, there we go. If you're in a real big battle, what you can do is press the backslash button. That fires everything at once, just like that. So some items, like the lasers, infinite ammo, and you can see that on the right, down in the lower right. The only thing is there's a heat level. So if it's heated up, it's going to take a little bit to cool back down. Whereas like the missiles, you only have so many of those. I have 182 missiles left. I shoot another round. Now I've only got 176. So you do have to keep in mind your armament. Now, in the practice area here, you can choose which mech you want to walk in or which one you want to try out. Right now I'm in the Fang, which is, I think it's a heavy class, not real sure. There are 4 different classes. You've got your light, medium, heavy, and assault. So I'm going to switch over to this one. This looks like it might be an assault one. It looks pretty deadly. So let's see here. You're supposed to be able to just stand on that circle once you get lined up. There we go. Press K. And it drops you out at the bottom. It takes you over and loads you up to the next mech. So Basically, you drive either in the torso or up in the head. Depends on which model you're driving. I'm going to go ahead. Now this one's, yeah, decked out with all kinds of weaponry. I'm going to go over here somewhere. There is target practice. Here it is. They've got these white columns of light. Those are just in the training area here. That lets you do different events. So I'm going to go target practice. Show you how to fight.
This is simple enough. Use targeting to quickly kill your enemies.
Okay, so to target an enemy, it has to be within sight. So this, like this one.
Target
so
acquired.
It is no,
New
this
target
one.
acquired.
It is now targeted. This is an awesome model. That's kind of silly. Now, if you see in the upper right, it shows its legs, arms, torso, head, and shoulders. As you damage it, you'll see the torso is now yellow. Whoa. Okay, so one way to destroy a mech is to just take out its torso. And after so much, now it's orange. Pretty soon it'll turn red. And then it is destruction. Eventually, boy, this doesn't do much. There's another laser. Okay, there we go. Finally.
Level critical.
Okay, you see the heat warning. I was getting pretty hot. It's on the right there of the radar, 40% now. So, or you can either take out the torso or take out the two legs.
Target acquired.
Okay, or you could go for its head. If you get a good headshot, or the cockpit, I mean, that'll take it out real quick.
Destroyed.
There we go, headshot. Another way, so you either do a headshot, take out both legs, or take out its torso, and you got front and rear damage. So in the lower right, or the lower left, that's my damage meter. This one does not have a jump drive. Some of them have backpacks, or whatever you call it, jump packs, so you can fly just a little bit.
Target
Okay, so
acquired.
here's one. It already has damage in its torso and its left arm. So I'm going to aim for the torso. Try to take it out that way. That's a dragon class.
Critical.
Okay, I was starting to overheat. Now I've read shut down, engaged. Heat limit exceeded.
Well, you've overheated and shut down. Now you'll have to wait for everything to cool off for a few moments before you can do anything.
So,
Ultimately, heat limits how much damage you do. Watch your temp gauge and learn how much heat each weapon generates.
okay, so I've got to watch my heat that's being generated by my weapons. Now I've read a couple of the novels, and yeah, that's one of the things they really have to watch. They talk about how hot it is inside these things. A lot of guys, strip down to skivvies because when they get in the heat of battle, it's literally the heat. Let's see.
New target acquired.
Let's see how this one is. It's missing. Its right leg is damaged. I don't really care for this particular
Target
mech that I'm
destroyed.
in. Battle mech killed by destroying both legs. So anyway, you just go around, and then if I want to exit this
Target
particular
acquired.
training target practice, I can exit out, and then they've got all kinds of different trainings that you can do.
New target acquired.
Let's see. Let's do this one. But the main part of the game is where you get in with other players, and they have what they call a lance, and this is in the books too. This is just in BattleTech. A lance in this game consists of 4 mechs, And in a drop ship, they'll have 3 different lances together, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. So you got 12 guys, and then once there are 12 players ready to go, they drop you onto a planet, and you fight 12 other people. So you've got, so it's a big 24, 12 versus 12 mech thing. You die, you're out. You go to spectator view, where you can change to different teammates and watch them battle it out. So basically, you do those battles, and you earn so many points, so much money, and then you can upgrade your mechs. And like I said, they want you to buy mechs. So let me go to the main menu and show you how your selection of mechs that they give you. Okay, I'm gonna quit the tutorial. Yes. Now, another bad thing about this, and it might just be my computer, but the load times are pretty long. So you'll see here connecting. I don't know if it's because it's going through, because it's an online thing and it has to connect to their servers each time or what. But okay, so this is the Raven. That's what I was driving. I don't know if it was earlier. It wasn't in this recording. But anyway, select a mech. So you've got, like I said, you've got your lights, your mediums, heavies, and assaults. They give you 4 of each to choose from. We'll just see. Go ahead and open them all up. Assault. Let's open those up. There. So those are the 16 you get to choose from. Each one is totally different, and they give you the specs on like the jump distance. This one does not have jump drive or whatever. This one does, 52 meters. Tonnage, the heat. I mean, it tells you everything. Then somewhere, mech stats, no. Somewhere it shows out. Oh, here you go. If you just hover there, you can see the weapons, hard points. If you got energy weapons, missiles, whatever. And then this is where you can configure your weapons if you want to change them out. The Mech Lab, I think this is, yeah, this is where you make all your major changes. But if you notice that that warning, you may view and edit equipment on trial mechs, but only purchased mechs can be saved. So yeah, I can play around all I want, but it won't get saved. So anyway, there's a lot of, oh, and then you've got your skills. And again, these are the different models. Owned. Oh, none owned. Anyway, they've got all these different mechs that you can buy. Then, of course, you can go to the store, and this is where they want you to buy mechs, battle mechs. So these are all the ones that are available for purchase. If you go to the Centurions, you got even different models of Centurions, but you know, 3,200 of the gold. And I think it might be or 8 million points. Now, if that's the case, this isn't too bad, because I've earned 4 million already just for playing around. So it looks like I could possibly buy, unless you have to spend both blue and gold, or the primary currency used to purchase most things. Okay, so it sounds like we could do that. The gold ones, mech credits are used to access premium content. So anyway, here's where you can go to purchase that gold for premium content. You can see 25,000. Well, you wouldn't want to do that. 1,250 gold is $7. So, and that gets you, what was it, $12.50? So you could buy any of these, but well, not these lower ones. But up here, you could buy any of those, maybe even 2 of the lower class, lower price ones, for like $7. So, you know, that's how they make their money. But yeah, if you could buy it using the Comstar bills, then that kind of changes my view of this, because I thought they trapped you. Oh, and see down here, Kimoy reinforcement needed. Click here to accept. Now you can join a faction. Right now I belong to the the green faction, which is, I forgot the name of it, Ikigami or something. Where is it? Okay, I'm not seeing it here anyway. But anyway, the map shows you what, look, how much each faction holds. So back then I was being, it was for Kimoi, planet available for attack. So if I wanted to jump in, I could do that, and I'd be thrown in that drop ship, put in the queue, waiting for enough players. So they're looking for players right now, but I'm not going to jump into that. And then when there's enough, they drop down, and you go with all your buddies and take out a base or whatever the game happens to be. So it's pretty fun. Man, if you're into the mechs, this is it. And I wish I would have found this earlier, because this is something. Look at all these different planets. Now, usually hardly any of them have anything. No contract is currently available for that planet. And we found out that there's some like fireball planets, and that's where contracts are available. Or you could just look at this. This kind of shows you where the action is right now. Skokie has 48 players going on right now. Anyway, so very awesome. I'm probably going to sink a little bit of time into this thing. And that's it. I just want to show it to you. Maybe I'll do another video of me actually doing a battle when I get a little better. Thanks for watching, and that's MechWarrior Online.